conscious clothing conversation paired with real talk. I'm Sam, the healing hardware creator, and I'm hella hyped to get a little naked with you. Hey y'all, hey! We are in the top of October. It is Libra season, and Scorpio season is upon us. And there are a few things that's on my mind. I felt like this was an opportunity to really brain dump, since this is the back end of the year, and an opportunity to reflect. I feel like I'm always in reflection. However, just some things that really have been in my mental space. Some thoughts I hope that you can appreciate. So, this episode is called Braindump. We're just going to lay the shit out on the table. So, it's time to get a little stoned, and today I actually have on two different pieces with an assortment of different stones, but the dominant mineral is agate, which is a stone that's excellent for harmonizing and rebalancing the mind, body, and spirit. It also transforms and eliminates negativity. Some key words for agate are balance, harmony, safety, security, and protection. And the chakra it speaks to most directly is the crown chakra. Consume consciously, create consistently, and take care of you unapologetically. The Healing Hardware Collection is a unique series of luxurious adornments for your temple. Each piece has been designed and energized with intention. Just consider them stepping stones in your self-love journey. Visit www.newvintagebysam.com to shop today. So everybody's on this like self-care, self-help trip. I love it. I'm also kind of slightly annoyed by the excessive use of certain words and trendy words. It's just, let's face it. This space is a trend. However, I'm just happy that even amongst the trend, there are some people that are really reconnecting with self. That's great. That's fucking amazing. There are, however, just so many things I witness and I see and I feel that I just know that I'm not the only one that feels the shit. And thus my brain dump moment. And while we're all in this self-help space, can we just normalize not trying to fix other people, fix each other? Like, it's so much easier to point out and help other people with their issues and give them, remedies and read this book and you know what, you should try and do this. But it's seemingly so much harder for us to follow our own, guidance system there sometimes. We fall off. We don't listen to ourselves. We know what better looks like for us, yet and still we default to just lower vibrational shit. And by lower vibrational in this context, some shit is just beneath you. Really, seriously, honestly. If you want to achieve certain goals, it's just certain things that you don't need to do, like fucking waste time and binge watch things. Now, don't get me wrong, rest is revolutionary. Can't even take credit for that. However, the opportunity for us to sit our asses down and still is, it's necessary. But there's a time and a place for everything, and especially if we are talking about achieving things and being better, we cannot help others before we help ourselves. I literally was listening to my mom give my god sister advice about her health and so forth, as I'm literally trying to pull things out of her about her own personal health, my mom. And it's disheartening because it's like, damn, my guy, don't you want to just do better for yourself? But again, it's easier to see others and ways to help others. And then when we look in the mirror, sometimes that information escapes us. We just become blinded to, just sometimes the most obvious things that'll just help us to succeed. So number one is normalizing not trying to fix everybody else. We all got our own shit. We're all grown through something. That's a fact. What we can do, however, is save ourselves and take care of self. And that's always been my mantra. That's my religion. Self-care is a practice. It's something that changes and shape-shifts all the time because I don't limit myself. Self-care has looked like deconstructing some shit that I know not to be true anymore, but didn't know that it wasn't true. It just felt like it didn't align with my core spirit of who I was, i.e. because it made me feel less than and or it made me doubt myself. All of those things for me, I just feel like we have to investigate and look into those spaces as an opportunity of growth and understanding for ourselves and interpretation for ourselves, most importantly. And not everyone is going to resonate with the same message and interpretation of shit. I just made a post the other day, and it was something about the universe and so forth. And I know y'all know my granola, crunchy, glamorous, hippie, tree-hugging ass. And somebody was like, well, actually, it's your nervous system. I like to think of it as so. Great. Good for you, because both can exist. And speaking with my unicorn sister earlier today, whom you'll meet one of these days, she absolutely affirmed that, it's just about, the perspective. We each see things differently. However, it's important that we don't judge each other. Like, as long as I'm not hurting you, you're not hurting me, our perspective can absolutely exist in the same space. And there's no problem with that. The problem is, I think people just really want you to give too much of a fuck about the shit that they're doing, and nobody really has to. Which brings me to my next brain dump point, is that not everyone has the capacity to consider your feelings. And I say that and think that in so many different pockets as I just look at all of this shit on social media and all this stuff. Like, blue face, who fuck? Who cares? But these algorithms want to push certain things in front of us and so forth. And it's totally fine. I don't have to comment on it. I just log the fuck off. That's totally fine too. But we live in this age where people always want to share their opinion and then try to share it ad nauseum and really try to enforce it on people. And that, to me, is not the path of least resistance, ladies and gentlemen. I don't intend to live my life in that fashion. It feels very forceful. It's not a flow. It gives me very crunchy, dry vibes. And I'm about a moist life. I like a moist, soft, juicy life. Yay! So my last and final addition is the topic of managing your energy. Energy, energy, energy. We know it's a trend word, it's a buzzword, all of those things, but it's a real word. Real word in the terms of, just the juice that it takes to make it through, to switch hats, to show up in the workspace and jam out, rock out, and then go home and be a rock star. And then perhaps you've got other things like a business that you're running and operating. So all of those things take a certain level of just persistence. Just a lot of ingredients go into that boost, It's like a mega shake. And you've got to make sure that you take the time to understand what ingredients are going to allow you to be able to show up as your best in each of these different pockets. We are all full individuals. We are full human beings. We're not just one thing. We're not just a mom, a husband, or a wife, or a child, a brother, a sister. We are not just one thing singularly. We have these dynamic personalities, these beautiful spirits and souls that require attention and attentiveness, most specifically by ourselves first. And then when you're lucky and just nurtured properly, it just allows it to just be that much better. But managing your energy, for me, has been the absolute cheat code, hack, all of those things. It's looked like me creating days where I'm just doing nothing for a little periods of time, because for me it's a little bit complicated to kind of be still. I am working through that. That's definitely something that I'm working through. But I don't overwhelm myself with trying to course correct all of the shit that I'm newly finding and discovering for myself, because that's not cool either. I take my time with me, because I know starting from base zero, this thing is a process. I'm a Black woman. I am learning and understanding some things about my personal background that has helped to shape who I am. And I realized that that it's a lot of things within me that I feel like I don't have to try so hard to try to fix every fucking thing in this lifetime. What I'm most driven toward is making sure that I feel good in this lifetime. And that doesn't make sense to a lot of people. And I really don't give a fuck either, because they're probably not happy in their own skin. But I am. Most times, in those times when I'm not, I investigate. Well, what's going on here? Because I do feel like we all have those days. But Energy management is at the top of my list of necessary things. Just been rolling it over in my head around just seeing different people around me not managing their energy, and then they show up all maxed out and mad and bitter and sad and frustrated and just running off of fumes. And it's like, yo, go sit the fuck down in a corner because you are blowing me right now, son. But also not necessarily saying that aloud, feeling it, and creating a space for them to know that, like, yo, it's okay. Like, I see you where you are. Know that I'm not going to participate in that. I love you though, but I'm gonna be over here while you get yourself together. And that is okay. And oftentimes, not oftentimes, but those times when I'm feeling that for myself, like I am running on fumes, I am patting myself on the back for being more audible about those moments and vulnerable. It was a time when I did not feel comfortable about expressing that because that's just not the background that I come from. So I didn't believe that it was something, one, that was warranted, and or two, that would even be received because, you know, people don't have to care about your emotions and so forth. However, we hope those closest to us will care, you know, a little bit more, but even sometimes because they're consumed with their own shit, they don't have the capacity. But as long as we own it for ourselves and know, you know what, this is how I'm feeling, it don't have to fucking make sense to anybody else. And that is clutch to know. Nobody else has to understand why you feel the way that you fucking do. If it hurts your feelings, it does. That is okay. We must just be mindful to know not to trust other people to nurture us and care for our wounds in those spaces. We got to do that for ourselves. Go over into the cut. Get your first aid kit, go on, get the gauze out, wrap it up, figure it out. And that tenderness that you take with yourself will make you less hard for the world. It'll give you soft and juicy. It'll help you to be softer and juicier because you know for a fact that you were taking care of yourself even if nobody else in the world is giving that to you. And what that does, I believe, is it opens up the window for God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, to give you more of that. The purpose for me to be happy and to feel good is because I want to create a wave and a tone and a flow of this feeling, of this good vibe, of this good energy. I know every single thing isn't always going to be roses and fairy tales, but I kind of feel like it's, like that car accident. We don't brace for impact. You know what I mean? We just flow through life and we enjoy it. And when those things come, because we have this abundance of energy and capacity, because we've been loving and nurturing ourselves and filling our cup and not operating off of fumes, if some shit does pop off, we have something in the reserve tank. We have a little bit more of a cushion to get through. And that makes me feel good. That makes me feel really, really good. So I'm on keep on dancing like nobody is watching. I dance all the fucking time. Like, I'll just be in the supermarket or Target, and if I hear something on the radio and it's hitting, first I'm going to ask Siri what song is playing because I'm very much a proponent of building a good-ass playlist. But next, I'm going to definitely do a shuffle and slide and maybe drop or something. Who knows? That's just me. I'm going to connect with my homies every Monday for our Get Shit Done Power Hour. That's been feeling real good to my spirit these days. I'm going to take these dope-ass books with these crazy-ass philosophies and mindsets and positive expansion thoughts that's just completely out of my, former thinking range, and process them segment by segment so that I can just continue to grow and know that I am my own limitation. And I don't want to speak a language of, limitation anymore, I don't want to speak anything that is, I'm not speaking anything that holds me and confines me. I'm evolving, I am growing, I am full, I am expansive, I am the universe. And so are you. So I was so excited to share my brain dump with y'all today that I almost forgot to tell you what I was wearing. So I have on this two-piece caramel sweat situation. It's an athleisure vibes, and I was wearing some cute little Crocs with some amazing giblets in them with some sparkles and things, different colors. I've got on a chain mini purse from Coach. People ask me what the fuck do I put in here because it's so super small. It looks like a wallet, but I love it. It's the perfect pop of red, and I've got on my rings, my healing hardware, and I'm still a bald-headed scallywag.